Steve has had a major impact in Malvern Prep and the Alumni Association over the past 40+ years. Steve started here as a student, graduating in 1970, came back in the early 80s as a teacher, became a coach, administrator, and most recently as the assistant head of school. And throughout that time, Steve has been very active in the Alumni Association, making sure that he stayed connected with all the alumni. He participates in many of the events that we have throughout the year. But more importantly, what he's always done has always opened up his doors, made himself available for any alumni to come back to school so they felt welcome, but more importantly, stay connected with the school.
And I will tell you that anytime a student is back on campus, a younger alum, so to speak, one of the first places they stop is Steve's office. So Steve has such a strong connectivity to the history of Malvern Prep. That was really, really important to Steve, and he saw the strength of Malvern through the connections that these kids made to the school and how it's impacted their lives for a long time.
Steve inspired me to be very active in the Alumni Association because I had the good fortune of having him as a teacher when I was here in the early 90s. And Steve, when we graduated, asked us to commit to give back to Malvern, not only from a time, talent, and treasure perspective, but to stay involved from an alumni perspective.
Steve, I think, does an incredible job of speaking more with his actions. He's not a man that's certainly very verbose and going to go on and talk about certain things. Steve is going to put things into action, and he really backs up what he says. He walks the walk, so to speak. He really does a great job of caring for people and helping them through their own journey, and really going the extra mile, which is what Malvern's been all about.
He has touched and has a major impact in over 4 decades of Malvern alums. So when you look at the fact that we have roughly 5,000+ alumni out there, there's very few that Steve did not have a major impact in hopefully cultivating them as a student, but more importantly as an individual.
Honestly, there's not many people better than Steve. Certainly there's nobody more deserving of the Alumni Award. He sees the connections, he sees the importance of it to really kind of bring all these facets of Malvern together in a very active, living way. And as an alum, that was always super important to him. He beams with pride when he talks about Malvern, both his time here as a student, his time as a teacher, and I think that's something I really respect about him, and I'm thrilled that he's receiving this award.
I want to congratulate Steve on all that he's done and thank him for his commitment to Malvern Prep. You are truly what Malvern has looked towards from an alumni perspective, and we're very fortunate to have had the opportunity to have you as an alum, as a teacher, as a faculty, administrator, and more importantly as a friend. So congratulations and best of luck, Steve.